Okay, cool, cool.
I think we're live. Hey,
We're
Kate
live.
Nicole. Hi, everybody. Come on in. Um, we're gonna give a few people just a minute to come in. I know that there's a few people live already, so we'll just give a few more minutes, and then we're gonna go ahead and get started. And whoever misses it can just do the replay of it. So just a few more minutes. Do you want to be called? What do you want me to call you tonight?
It don't matter to me.
Lavelle is fine.
That's cool, yeah.
Okay. All right. Hey, K baby. Thank you for being here. I appreciate y'all so much. Appreciate you so much. We're ready to get started. We're gonna give everybody about a minute, and people can just come on in as they may. But we're gonna get this started so we're not hanging on to Lavelle's time too long. So let me see. Can you see the comments, Lavelle?
No, I just see you're
Okay.
in the show. Everyone can see
Hi,
and hear you.
Michelle. How are you? Thank you for being here. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Let me know you're here. Let me know where you're listening from.
What is it? The chat I need to be in?
Yeah, so if you hit chat, I think you can see them.
Oh, okay. I see live comments now. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for coming. Sorry we had to reschedule, but things happen.
Hello, everyone. K
As your
baby.
way,
Hello to you too.
on your way in, hit the like button if you will. We're gonna go ahead and get started. Um, if you're, yeah, hit that like button, you guys, if you will, for me. I appreciate that. If you missed the live, you can always go back and watch the replay. But we appreciate those of you that are here for being here. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Lavelle, welcome to Phases the Next Level. I appreciate you being here.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, I'm sorry I had to cancel, but family first.
Hey, I understand.
And I appreciate you for understanding. Hello, Angela
Yes.
Jackson. I am doing good. How are you doing? So, how Arlene? Hi, everybody. Hit the like button if you will. So today we have Lavell Harris in with us. He is the president of Save Our Youth in Tulsa, Oklahoma. So I wanted to be sure to bring him in because, as some of you know, I have been covering the story on baby Carly in Bartlesville, and it's where we're putting hashtag justice for Carly. Matter of fact, if you will go ahead and put hashtag justice for Carly in the comments. That. So anyway, not only am I covering the story, but Lavelle is going to be in Bartlesville, and he'll talk a little bit about that. So Lavelle, thank you for being here. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the chat, if you will?
I'm Lavelle Harris, president of Save Our Youth. Um, that's it.
Okay, so he said he is Lavelle. Can you everybody hear him okay? Let me tell y'all a little bit. Let me tell you a story about Lavelle. Like I haven't met him face to face, but we talked on the phone and he's doing a great thing and Save Our Youth is a great thing. And he was kind of hesitant about being on here because he don't want accolades for what he's doing. He just, does what he do. So he's just gonna tell you, oh, I'm just the president of Save Your Youth. But what he
Yeah.
do is an amazing thing. And that's why I talked him into coming here to talk about it. I want to talk about really quick, Lavelle, about the situation in Bartlesville. I want your thoughts about it and then I want to know in addition to the question, I want to know about we talked about the kids that you supported in Tulsa,
Mm-hmm.
and the deaths, the funerals that you had to go, and this is all about child sexual abuse.
Mm-hmm. And
So let's
abuse.
talk
Yeah.
about Carly first.
Do what now?
What are your thoughts around Carly, the situation?
Man, that car, man. You know, I've been doing this. I've been doing this. It'd be 5 years in April, and this Carly case is probably the worst I've seen yet. You know, and I'm gonna tell you why it's the worst because of the fact that we I mean, this mama groomed this baby. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I see different stories. Don't get me wrong. I see different stuff about moms taking off for boyfriends when they, kill the baby. But this mama is actually prepping this baby to be molested.
Yes. And that's where that's what caught my attention. Like people were in my inbox, and what really got me was the text messages that proved this,
Right.
like this cohort proof,
Yeah.
where the mother and the mother and her husband was plotting on the baby, an 8-year-old baby. And to me, and I'm like you, I've seen where women they try to put, they do whatever they can to keep their man around. But I
Right.
think
Right.
the first time I've ever seen it physically, where the evidence was there, where the mother was saying, "I'll give you my baby," to make.
Yeah, man. When I first got the text message, I read the first like 3 messages, and I was like, nah, let me put this up. This cannot be real. So I contacted the person that contacted me, and I said, man, is this like real stuff? She like, this is real. So I mean, this probably this what I'm just speechless about.
And I think we all are. Like, I couldn't even read all of the text messages. Like, I literally threw up because I couldn't believe that a mother would stoop to this level. And so I think that we got lockjaw, like everybody that is a parent, not just mothers, but fathers as well. How can you? I mean, she's at work talking about, can't wait to get home to see this happen to my child. And
Right. I mean,
she's
yeah,
okay
that
with it.
man, you
So
know that I done read them text messages over and over again because one reason I've been reading them is because I think we need more charges on them. So I've been definitely talking to the police down there and all that good stuff because they got to have more charges for this baby because what they got on that's not enough. You
right.
know.
And we talked about earlier, I was on my podcast where I was talking about how the charges on her were different from the charges from her husband. But I don't think she gets a pass. I
No,
think that,
no, ain't no passes.
yeah, I think that you're right. There has to be other charges. I talked to the detective as well in
Mhm.
Bartersville, and he is supposed to get back with me because since it's an open case, he's not sure what he can say. But
Right.
I want him to come on. I want to talk about the crime, this kind of crime happening in his area, how often, and what are they doing to stop it? Like a lot of times, and like this was years ago, they said that they would, when these crimes would happen, they just kind of scoop them under the rug. You don't talk about what's going on in our household, so it's not. It wasn't really talked about, but you got social media and everything, and that's how this Carly case came to fruition. That's where I seen it. I seen it on social
Now
media.
let me stop you right there because what we need to understand is this stuff came out because somebody was being nosy. This ain't what they was looking for. I don't know if you know this.
Can you explain that a little more, just a little more, without
Okay.
saying too much?
All right. So basically, somebody had his text, had his code. He was trying to move back home with another girl, basically. I guess he forgot she had his code, so she was going through his messages, trying to find out if he was cheating. Well, she ran up on some other stuff and hurry up and ran to another girl. With the other girl, took the stuff to the fire. Because if this girl wouldn't have been nosy, if they wouldn't have been nosy, we wouldn't be talking about this today. So
My
this ain't just something that just came out.
Oh, see, I did not know.
Oh
My
yeah, yeah, it's deep.
my perception, and I'm glad that you're clearing this up, because my perception was that they were investigating and
No,
somehow
no, no.
someone got a hold of the phone to
Mm-mm.
go to the police. So this is good information.
Ain't nothing like that. Somebody's being nosy, and thank God they was being nosy on some
Yes,
other stuff and stumbled up on this stuff.
absolutely. So what is
Right.
when you look at this case and you look at the cases that you've looked at before, is this, have you ever had anything similar to this with a mother doing this, or has it always just been
Now,
a predator?
far as the cases that I've been on, now I didn't have mothers take up for men that's been molesting their kids and stuff like that. I had one lady, they was having a I ain't gonna call it no threesome, but she called it a threesome because he wanted to have a threesome with an 8-month-old baby. And I remember her telling another girl, this was in Jinx, Oklahoma. She was telling another girl. So the girl called me and asked what she to do. And I said, you call the police right now. That's what you do. But I remember her saying when I got over there, take the baby, not him.
The mama?
Yes, man. I didn't see some stuff, but now don't get me wrong. This one right here takes the cake. But I didn't see and heard some stuff that I still can't believe to this day. You know, people's kids getting killed and women trying to get to the jail cell instead of bury their kid. I mean, it's a whole lot of stuff going on that people just don't, they're blind to the fact about.
And here's the fact: they want to blame it on because they're on drugs or they going through something. Nothing. You
Man,
can't.
we can't man. See,
You
let
can't
me
make
tell
an
you
excuse
something.
for
That's
nothing.
the main thing we need to quit doing. That's what we need. Let's quit making excuses for these motherfuckers. I mean, excuse me. So I don't.
That's okay.
Da.
That's okay.
I gotta remember.
That's okay.
Sometimes I get mad at these
That's
stuff, but we gotta
okay.
quit making excuses for these bastards, man.
Yeah.
Everybody want to make excuses for them, man. It's time to quit making excuses for them.
Right, because that's why? Because and then that's why they continue to do it and they continue to get
That's
away
why they
with it.
continue to do it. And we
Yeah,
keep hiding it from them. We keep sweeping it under the rug, man. Forget all that stuff.
right.
Until we I feel like as a community we fail Carly.
Yes,
You know,
absolutely.
because if we'd have been talking to our kids every day about what this, Carly would have felt this was wrong and told somebody. She was groomed to think this stuff is okay. If she went on right now and did nobody help this baby, she would think if another grown man preyed on her,
It would be
she'll
okay.
let it happen because she think it was okay.
Right. Yeah, I know. And Hope was saying that, like, she doesn't even know that something is terribly wrong
Oh
because
no,
this
no,
is
no.
what she
Listen,
this
I
is what
went out to dinner with him and I watched that little girl's face, you know, and she don't have no idea. I seen her, we fed them at Chili's, and I'm like, man, I'm like, I mean, you just look at that pretty little girl, and she over there eating her corn and her pizza with not a worry in the world. That's how kids supposed to be. They shouldn't be running around here worried about these grown bastards gonna be touching on them and stuff. I mean, that's crazy to me.
you're right. So Naya, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but she wants to know, is she okay? Is Carly okay? What Hope told me is that she's okay because she doesn't really know
Yeah,
that it's
because she really
wrong.
doesn't
So can
know.
you explain?
Yeah, she's okay.
So she is good. How
Yeah,
do I
yeah.
read
Right now
that?
she's good. From the last time I seen her, she was good.
Okay. Hey, Veronica. So you could go to Bartlesville Radio. Actually, I'll put it up on a banner to show you how you can get to the story. So you can read up on it. But it's bartlesvilleradio.com. You can go to there and you can put in like Kendall Burnett or either Ashley Burnett and the story will come up. But I'll put it up there for you, okay?
Just type in nasty bastards in Bartlesville.
And you are you serious?
Yeah, pull it up. It better pull up nasty bastards.
Yeah. So Arlene, that is correct. We were just saying they always make excuses, just like the mother now, Ashley Burnett. When the charges came out, for me, it felt like they held back on her a little bit, and gave her something else. But what do you do in that instance? I mean, how do we make it right? And what does the fight look like to get the more charges on this woman?
Well, the thing about it is, I had called them, you know, because once I read, you know, when I went back and highlighted everything, you know, because we need child rape on this one because it states in there 3 times that they done this to this little girl while she was asleep. And if you read the definition of a rape, it means unconscious. That means that is child rape. We don't need them little sexual abuse charge. We need something to stick, you know, above that. So we go. He said, now I do understand, you know, it happened so fast when they got the text messages that they had to hurry up and do something to get that baby at that. So I understand that. So he said it's not definitely that's just the charge. They just had to put those to get the baby at the house. So I do understand that.
Right. So they want to know, is there a cash app? So I'm gonna put the cash app up there. It's Justice for Carly, right?
Yeah.
Let me put it up there.
And that's the real one. I know somebody made a fake one last night too. So if it
Really?
don't say Justice for Carly, oh yeah, somebody got a whole another deal out there that we seen
People
that they sent
kill
me last
me.
night.
They kill me.
Mm-hmm.
They kill me. So you
Right.
guys, literally, there's a couple of cash apps, but the one that you see on the screen, which is the $ Justice for Carly, that is the correct.
And the name attached to that is Amber Hutton, I think. What's
Okay.
Amber's last name?
I don't know Amber's last name.
Okay, but it's connected to that deal. So
Okay, so the Larry's on here. So Larry, if you could put it out there for me, so that they can see that, that would be good too. So
what to do, Larry?
he's on there, grown man.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay, I see.
so anyway, I want to talk about what's happening in Bartlesville on Thursday. Can you talk about it so people are aware what you are actually going to be on the ground doing on Thursday?
Basically, we're gonna have a type rally forum, whatever you call it, called "Protecting Our Children and Community." Basically, this is just gonna be a educational deal to understand that we have to start talking to our babies and quit sitting around and letting this stuff happen to our kids. And we have to get over this little situation of we can't speak about child sexual abuse and understand that it's a must you talk to your kids about child sexual abuse. We got people out here molesting our kids left and right. If you look at statistics show you that a child predator will molest 200 to 400 times before he's ever caught. Why
Right.
is that? Because no one is speaking. The first thing I heard about this Bartlesville stuff is everybody was telling me he been doing this. He been doing this. I had somebody even tell me he jacked off a 3-year-old. Well, damn it, you the problem. If we
Oh
didn't
my,
let this man walk the street every day, he done jacked off a 3-year-old and he done touched another little girl. It's about 5 people say he done touched their kid. So we gonna just shut up and let these predators walk around and touch our kids? Then, by damn it, the community is the problem.
that's right. I want to say that I don't know either one of them, but I got an inbox that my niece, her mom, was living with him, and like he beat her to a pulp. Which I'm not close to the mom. I don't know her, but my
Listen
niece.
to this though. I'm gonna tell you a story. Do you remember in the damn thing where the little girl said no, when the mama said he was choking her and she had her hands?
Yes.
Okay. I thought it was okay. So a girl told me that he used to mess with that's how he would choke her by putting her hands around his neck so it'd be their fingerprints and not his. This little
Right.
stupid motherfucker. I mean, dude, he clever with it.
Yeah.
But you gonna
Yeah.
choke this little 8-year-old and call her his little hoe and stuff, man? They need to burn that whole jail with them in it. I mean, take everybody out, but burn them two
Yeah.
bastards up.
That's sad. That's just it doesn't make sense. The chat is saying some people are awful. They should be ashamed of themselves. They are, but like I don't know what goes through people's mind to even want like where they were staying. He could have bought him some stuff if he wanted not to be messing with an 8 year old.
Well, first,
People giving
first,
away for
to me,
free.
I'm gonna okay. When I read this is what I take it, and you can correct me, but I take it reading this that this woman wanted his attention so bad that she was willing to risk at her daughter's effect. Because if you read this thing, it tells you he says, "I need you to do everything I need you to do," and she says, "I just need you to put your ring back on, and
Yes,
I'll do anything you want me to do."
yes,
Remember, you seen that?
yes. I saw
So
that.
that tell me we got in dealing with this stuff right here. Last year I carried 14 caskets. The year before that I carried 27. The year before that I think it was 16 caskets that I didn't carry myself with babies in it. It's been killed through abuse. And I'm gonna tell you, 95% of them was behind of a boyfriend. Leaving their kids with this boyfriend where y'all think this man is on this, put him on this pedestal and stuff, and y'all leaving and these women leaving their kids with these men that ain't about shit. If your man got to sit at home while you working, you got to take care of they and let him take care of your kid, and you crazy.
Right. For me, I'm thinking, what the heck is the reasoning behind these women doing that? I mean, you just that you weak behind a man that you got to have that man? Like that's not the only man
Man,
in the world.
it's like I don't know. You know, it's something that I've been talking to women around here for about trying to do a women's empower group because I see like I mean, just thinking the position I'm in, or the comedy, being a
Yeah.
comedian traveling all over. I know hands first. Women invite me to their house all the time. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I'm like, man, you don't even know me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they talking to the wrong woman. They try to invite me because I'm like, dude, you don't be inviting people to your house. You
That's
don't even know me. All you know is I just got off this stage. You think I'm funny or whatever you think.
right.
Hey, come over. No, you
That's
know what I'm
that's
saying?
I tip my hat to you because people that do what you do and that travel and that are in the forefront of people that just want to give it up to you and bring you to their home. You never know if you get over there and be set up. They'll swear you did something to them if it don't go their way. You
And,
know,
and
so you
see,
got to
and
be
see, that's
careful.
another thing. You gotta watch all this, and that's what I tell people. Even being around kids is not yours, or any kid by
Yes.
yourself. I tell men
Yes,
this all the time. You know, men always talking about, hey man, I ain't like this, so I can be around the kid. Man, screw that. You don't never what if protect yourself too. You don't know what a kid will say about you. You know what I mean?
that's
Then you have
it.
to fight it. If that kid is not, I'm a football coach too, and I tell people, I was speaking to a school and I told the kids one time, I said, you can't trust nobody. You
Right.
can't trust a soul. I don't care if it's your mama, your
I
daddy,
don't care
anybody. You
who
got to
it is.
watch everybody. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? You got to watch everybody, as you could tell.
yeah, I was listening to your morning show and you were saying they were saying be careful of, strangers or whatever. Or I think it was your morning show and they was like, I think it was you that spoke up. I can't remember. I'm sorry if I'm wrong, but you said not just the people. You got to be careful if it's the grandma or the mama or the daddy
Oh,
too. Not
everybody. You gotta watch. You gotta
that
watch
they would
everybody.
do it, but you got to watch everybody because you don't know what people are thinking and what they'll do. You can't put nothing past nobody.
You can't put nothing past nobody. And that's what people got to understand. We got to watch this stuff, and especially in our black community, because in black people's community, all we talking about is what goes on in this house stays in the house. If you was molested, some girls been molested day life, and they tell it's gonna happen to you, is get used to it. No, that's not right.
Yeah, and
Fuck
won't
that
believe them.
shit.
Or either say no, he didn't, no, he didn't. But whatever we do here, you don't say that to nobody.
Man,
This is stuff behind our closed doors. What goes on in my house stays in my house. I'm sick of that. And I tell my
I
child,
tell people all the
I don't
time,
care who it is. We have a good enough
it
relationship.
is
I'm gonna go there.
one thing we do when people call me, and I tell anybody that I know, if a kid call me and tell me you molested, I'm believing a child. I don't
Believe
care.
it.
I'm not now. After that, it's up to the professionals to figure out who did what. But when that first
Believe it.
initial came, I'm believing that kid, and I'm
Believe it
believing that kid to
until
the fullest.
that's it. Yes, because they don't just learn that. Somebody did
Nah.
something to them and told them that. And I put
Oh,
this up
okay.
there.
Like you just said, and one thing you just said, remember that even if a kid made that up and say that one they blame might have not been it, somebody in that long done it. They ain't gonna just make it up.
They ain't gonna just make that up. That just ain't something they just gonna make up. Somebody said it to them, did it to them for sure. If they said they did it, I'm with you. I'm going to take them. I'm telling. If they tell me, I'm telling.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
Oh, I'm
that's it.
telling.
I wanted to put
Forget all
grown men.
that I ain't snitching and shit.
I
That
don't care
I ain't
about that.
snitching and stuff. Forget all that.
I'm telling. I don't care about that. I'm telling. So if you
Yeah.
tell me, I'm telling. I put the grown man show comment up there because Kara also inboxed me, and and they are victims, and I'm just sad of that, and I don't know how. I haven't gotten deep into that story other than what she's told me, and that it was that they were getting her kids mixed up with Carly, her daughter mixed up with Carly, but her daughter is Carly. So she said, please, if you would just share that it's not my child that it happened to, but that is her stepsister. So I wanted to make sure that I put out there, and I thank you, grown man, for saying that. Carly
Who's
is
stepsister?
Kara, this girl. Kara's daughter
Uh-huh.
is Carly's
Uh-huh.
stepsister, which I think is
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah, yeah,
man's
yeah.
daughter.
Yeah, what's
Yes,
that man's daughter? No, 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 no,
yeah.
no. No, he
Help me.
that the little girl. Okay, so the little girl that's not his kid though.
So
You know that,
so
right?
so. Okay, help me. Not Carly's not the
Okay.
man's kid.
Right, right. Carly's
We,
not the man's kid, but Kara's little girl is his kid.
Kara's little girl is his kid.
Right, right.
Right. And she was saying just to make sure, because they were saying that Kara's daughter is the one that was violated and it wasn't her
Oh
daughter.
no. Oh, and just like grown men said, we got to fix that because that's the pictures that everybody's sharing. It's not Carly. It's the little baby.
Right.
The baby.
That's why
The
Kara.
kids they sharing is not even in this.
Right. And that's what she was just stressed out because that wasn't even her in the
And
picture. So.
and not only that, they giving this woman death threats and even giving people death threats over this shit. You know what I mean? I mean you can't start blaming. That's one thing we need to quit doing. Quit shaming victims. Quit
Yeah.
doing that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Everybody want to blame the victim. Man, blame them nasty bastards out here. How about that?
Right. Right. So grown man is saying she actually the one who called the police. The biological mother told on him. See, that's confusing me. So
Now
Ashley,
I mean, now hold on, grown man. That's little. She the one found them, but she took them to another girl who because she was distraught. She didn't even read all of them. She
Right.
took it to another girl. That's the one who took action.
Oh, okay. Because I get confused.
But she was the one. I didn't want to say no name, but we're gonna say it now. She's the one who actually found him, who had the code and stuff.
Okay.
Kara
So,
was.
but Ashley Burnett is Carly's biological mom, right?
Mm-hmm. No,
That's her.
no, 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 no.
Carly and
Not Carly's. Who?
right. Okay. All right. Just making sure.
No. We'll say that again.
So what I was saying is Kendall and Ashley
Uh
are
huh.
are the perpetrators.
Right.
Ashley, the perpetrator, is the baby's mama, Carly's mama. That was in the text messages.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. All right. Making sure.
Your phone kept cutting out. That's why I was
Oh, I'm
wondering.
sorry. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah. It's like crackling.
All right. So the thing that you're having in Bartlesville, is that free for people that are listening, that they can show up to that?
Oh, listen, that's definitely free. Yes, it's free. Bring your whole family, especially your kids.
Yes.
We got to start talking to kids. And here's another thing we got to do. We got to start holding people accountable in these schools, in these daycares, police departments. We got to start speaking up for our kids, and they have to start teaching this in school, so people know that there's people out here that's gonna help them. If we don't start that, then our kids gonna continue to get molested.
Right.
Period.
Do you know that my thing was this, and they were saying, I was saying, like, not one soul saw any different actions with this baby at school. The baby had to go to school. Like, nobody saw nothing or noticed anything to call. I mean, did she just come to school and act normal and was a happy-go-lucky baby? Like, why did somebody not know? I need help.
Well, there's two things I see about this. If she think it was okay, then she wouldn't show no different signs on some cases. You know what I mean? If she thinking this is okay. Um, Now the other part of it is, you're right. It's always some type of sign, like a different behavior or something. But let's be real. We got people get kids get molested in school every day, and don't nobody say nothing about that.
Yeah, you talk about the churches, the priest, you know, the priests in the Catholic churches are doing, and you find out later that they did that to little kids. So it's happening. It's real. It's real. And when I talked to the detective, my question was, because Bartlesville is a small community, I said, how many, how often does this occur? And he said, well, it hadn't been as much as now, like it's going up. The rate of sexual child crime is booming now. Like, that's the thing to do. And the
Well,
fact was that they want to blame it on drugs. And I'm like, I don't care what you want.
no,
You know
screw
right
that.
from wrong. I don't care about the drugs.
Yeah,
I want to know who's
I'm
protecting
tired
these
of that
kids.
shit.
Yeah. Nobody
Listen,
cares about that.
but did you know this the third one that happened that one y'all had in Bartlesville?
Well, so there's a Caucasian guy that was arrested. I haven't been able to jump into that yet, but there's
Hmm.
a Caucasian guy that was arrested for child. Uh, they didn't even put it as rape. They named it something else. But
And then
for
it was
me,
another case. It was another case down there.
so you talking? So what? I don't know about the other ones then.
There was another one down there where I guess a guy was touching on a girl. She told her mama. The mama fronted on him, and he came back and killed himself. Or went in the woods. He went in the woods and killed himself.
Oh yeah, I got to get on my P's and Q's. But you know what I've been through, so I hadn't been able to look at that. But this is good information, and so as you continue to bring awareness, you're going to find more and more of that, and that, which is good, because then more and more we can put it
First off, if
in the
if if
forefront.
you if you if you friends on my page, I at least post 15 or 20 of them a day,
I'm we
guaranteed.
okay. I'm gonna go.
that that is guaranteed. You gonna see I
I
post 15 to 20 of them every
I
day.
accepted your friend request, so then now I can start following you. And I'm going to also, what I'm going to do is I am going to um put it on all my social, your contact, your Facebook and social media stuff on
Mm-hmm.
all platforms that I have, because I think
Mm-hmm.
that what you're doing is amazing. Like, I don't know nobody else that is taking the time to go find and look, watch out for these type of people and put it out there, right? Because like you said, people want to hide it. They don't want to talk about it. Like, they rather talk about a drug bust than talk about these kids that are being violated. And
Because
and you said earlier, who's going to protect our kids?
there ain't no money in it. If you think about this, they need, because sexual abuse turns to trauma, more trauma, prostitution, women getting on drugs, men getting on drugs. So that's where the money come in. You know what I mean? They need this stuff to happen so they can get money from the other. There ain't no money in sexual abuse unless you sex trafficking.
Yeah, man.
And another thing, there's no way they sitting around in the world in the White House and all this stuff, and nobody actually speaks up on this unless y'all doing it too.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah, I said it. Half them doing it too.
I hear you. I hear you. And maybe they don't want to get found out about. Best
Nope.
Mimi G wants to ask you how to get this case more nationally exposed. It's always all the way in Las Vegas. I know that for sure it's out there on the West Coast. I haven't heard it like just nationally yet. How does that happen?
You say what now?
So, like, there's a question for you that says how to get this case more nationally exposed. What is the process? And what I was saying is that we know that it's out on the West Coast, but how do you get it across the board where this case is being brought?
It's actually, I mean, overnight it went nationwide.
See, my thing is I haven't seen it. I just seen it locally in their local radio, their local newspapers, stuff like that.
Oh, you talking about you haven't seen it there?
I'm talking about how, like, nationally. Did you see it nationally? This story run nationally?
Yeah, I done seen it nationally. Oh, guaranteed that. Yeah, nationally, yeah. We didn't
So
see it.
what would
Nationally, the news station did more nationally than they have in Tulsa. Oh, did more
oh
to it than they done in Tulsa.
well, so for Mimi, best Mimi G's question, what suggestions or ideas would you give them to continue to bring this awareness about this? Because some of the people came in the chat and said I hadn't heard this at all.
The thing I think we can do is when we see stories like this, is put it in people's face, share it. You know what I mean? Don't hide it from them. Share it.
Please.
Share it. Every time you hear something about sexual abuse, share it. You know what I mean? Because if you start looking into stuff, people don't pay attention to this stuff because that's what it is. They try to turn a blind eye to it. But if you see this stuff and you just go, this stuff happens. I mean, statistics will tell you a child is molested every 2 minutes.
Oh,
So
so
this
yeah.
stuff.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
So yeah, like even in Bartersville, the small community, he was like, it had not been an issue, but now it's like.
No, listen, let me tell you something.
Tell
Don't
me
believe
about
that
that.
shit. This small towns where it go down the most. Maybe they're not speaking up about it, but it goes down. Don't ever listen to that shit.
Yeah, he was the detective. I said, well,
That's
how?
what I mean. That's what I mean by sugarcoating. Quit sugarcoating this shit.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Do y'all have an advocacy center down there, right? Like
Have a
Hope
what?
Advocacy Center,
Oh,
advocacy
have,
center down there.
I'm,
I think they called it Hope or something.
all I know about in Bartersville is a Hope Stone for the Cancer Center. I don't know, but you know what? I will
Okay,
know.
I don't know the real name of it,
I will
but
know, and
learn
I'm
about
going
that
to be
because let
finding
me tell
out.
you, them centers right there is what really they really know what's going on. They probably know more than police. You know what I mean? I don't know if you know this, but in the state of Oklahoma, it's only 4 forensic people that can even talk to kids. Like police can't even ask kids questions.
So, oh
Yes.
wow, in Oklahoma across the board.
Oklahoma, period. It's only 4 people. They only have 4 people that can actually interview a kid. I mean, you got to think, just in Tulsa, what we got 1 million people or more, we only got 4 child crisis officers in the police station. Only 4 detectives that carry caseload. So I'm not. They need to hire more manpower if you really want to
I
get
think
technical
so.
about it.
Who is Max Gross, Larry? Who is Max Gross? Do you know, Lavelle?
Who?
He's a reporter. Max Gross, the news reporter, refused to call me back. Larry, call. We'll probably be.
Where he from?
That's what I'm trying to find out from Larry. Larry, can you call us really quick? I'm not sure. But anyway, I think that we'll probably, to protect kids from making false confessions. I say about kids making false confessions. Well, here's his twofold, Lavelle. You tell me how, and B, you seem to be very blatant and honest in what your opinions are. You would rather bring this to the forefront and be aware of it and not worry about, but then how do you hello, just a minute, okay?
Okay.
Let me get him back. Where did we go?
Okay.
I lost him. Oh, there he is. Oh, I'm sorry. He called in and we have Larry on the phone, but just a minute, let me finish the question and both of y'all can elaborate on this. My thing is, they talked about children making false reports, but you would rather a child to say something and then let the legal system do their jobs to get a beyond reasonable doubt than not say, right? Even if they've heard somebody say it and now they're saying it. How would you want them to handle that? You don't want them to not say nothing.
Listen, you wanna believe every child that comes to you, okay? Because here's what happened. Just say, okay, let's just say they is being false about it. But what if that next time, because you don't believe them the first time, it happened again the second time, now you don't want to believe it. You have to believe them. We're not the police, we're not the detective, we're not the judges.
I agree.
We need to believe our child and let them do the work over on the other side. And then we can go from there.
I agree. That makes sense. So welcome, Larry from the Grown Man Show. Thank you. How are you doing? Thank you so much for calling.
I'm doing pretty good. How y'all doing?
What's
up, Val?
Can you hear him, Val? Lavelle? Okay, yeah, he can hear you. So who is Gross Max, Larry?
When I first came across this, one of my subscribers sent it to me. And I looked at the article, and usually I'll take an article, I'll break it up so I can put it on the screen on my thing. But then it had the number to the radio station, and it had the guy that reported the stories in the daytime. So I called the radio station. I'm like, hey, can I speak to Max Gross? Because I'm like, well, it can't be that big. And she was like, he's not there right now, but here's his email. She wouldn't give me his personal number. I emailed him probably like 10 times, and I called, and he wouldn't get on the phone. And I just, after that, but he's the guy that wrote the article, the first article, the article everybody's seen. That's on that website.
Oh, okay.
Right.
So he's not responding to you. Do you have
he might be busy, but it's kind of, he might be busy. Like, you was able to get in touch with certain people. I was able to get in touch with Bill.
Right.
And reach out to SOY. And a lot of people's been receptive. He just hasn't. He hasn't.
Is he locally in Barnesville?
Yes, he's a Barnesville radio station. He's there. He's the one that wrote the story. If you go to that article and you look under the picture, it's his name. It's his name on there. And if you go into contact us, you can get his email and reach out to him.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, I was wondering who that was. Lavelle, do you run into situations where you try to reach out and they just won't talk to you?
Oh, shoot, you're gonna run into that. I mean, especially when you're dealing with, because here's the thing. What I do, we advocate for children. So that means when I tell people we advocate for children, that means I'm gonna go against the DA. I'm gonna go against the DH. I'm gonna go against everybody. I ain't trying to hear none of that shit about y'all talking about we can't do nothing about it. I'm not trying to hear that shit. So
and
you can't tell me all that. You know what I mean?
I like that because people are afraid. Let me tell you just a little bit about Barnesville. Barnesville is very small. And I'm not saying everybody in Barnesville is prejudiced. I'm not saying that at all, okay? I'm saying that people are afraid to approach the DA, afraid to approach legal authorities, the police, right? And for some reason, and I don't know why, because I got in, I called, and they talked to me. They might not have told me what I wanted to hear, but they talked to me.
But see, that's the law. But see, this is what I've been running into in my emails. Everybody from down there, I'm not going to say everybody. but a large amount of people have been emailing me. And the first line of every email, even the people that's directly involved, is, hey, I want to tell you this, but I don't want nobody to know who I am. That's how I was getting so much information. They was like, hey, I want to give you, I'm friends with this person, or I know this person, or I did this with this person, but I don't want you to know who I am, but let me tell you this and let me tell you that.
Right.
So that's what I got from it.
I think it's a great thing that you all are doing. This is like, you hear about this, you read about it. Like that.
I want to ask, I'm sorry to cut you. I want to ask Lavelle, before you get off here, or if you're going to go into something else, I want to ask Lavelle something. Go ahead. Because somebody from down there sent me an article, and it's in Rogers County. It's a 3-year-old. It's 2 meth heads that put a choker around her neck, and that choker the battery was drained out the choker. Has he heard about that?
Did you hear about that, Lavelle?
Yes, they put a shock collar on her. He was trying to torture the mama. He had kidnapped the mama and the daughter. And he put a shock collar, whatever that thing is, to shock the little kid every time she messed up.
Yeah, like you would put on a dog, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's Rogers County?
It's right there by
Claremore.
Claremore?
Yeah, Claremore, Oklahoma.
Wow.
Up in that area by Catoos and all Rogers County.
Yeah, that's why you cannot. No, it's not so this is a whole different case, right? In Rogers,
whole different case. Recent.
Val, we can barely hear you. Maybe turn up your volume just a little bit.
I said it's a whole different case.
Okay.
Right.
Man.
And they also got the text messages between them talking about that kid.
About the 3-year-old?
About the 3-year-old. The dog collar around the neck. They got text messages between them too.
So what was the text message about, Larry?
They didn't post these. They didn't. He might know. He might know because he there.
Did you see the text messages, Lavelle, or hear about them?
Now on that part, I don't want to discuss it.
Okay.
It just so happened that Carly stuff, everybody's seen it because somebody posted it, but you don't really want to talk about what they mean. They about stuff. So we gotta be aware of that in our system. That if you talking about the, so you can talk to the people about the case, still mess with the case.
Yeah. I'm sad, y'all. I'm sad. Why have kids if you're gonna violate them? Why have them if you're not gonna protect them? They don't deserve it. They ask for that, and you're not, and it's not right. It's just not right.
I don't know where people go wrong at when a baby is born. When a baby is born, everybody excited, happy, and all that. Where do we lose track of kids to be like we don't care? That's what. What do we? Where do that bond? When do it leave? Because I don't understand that.
Absolutely, Larry. Can you hear him? I think Larry hung up or it hung up on him. But I know. At what point? I mean, when did it get to the point where a child could do something so wrong that you wanted to do that to them? They don't have to even have to do nothing. It's your own sick mind.
I just don't. And you know what? I don't wreck my brain to figure out how this stuff happened. But somebody said something to me that made a lot of sense. He said, if you knew about it, you might condone it. So it's best you don't do it. It makes sense. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
I ain't on none of this shit.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. So, Save Our Youth. Let's hear about Save Our Youth. Tell them a little bit more about what you do at Save Our Youth. If you can just elaborate more than just being the president. Do you have people that are on the board? Do you have people that work? Are you out on the ground? What are you guys doing? Are you doing something kind of like what you're doing in Bartlesville on Thursday?
Yeah, we try to do a lot of. We've been in Tulsa. We haven't did one probably in 6 months that we need to get back to it. But a lot of stuff we go to. We even go to courts with families and stuff. Get that more support. When somebody calls me, we show up with a gift for the kids. We don't never know nothing about the case. We don't never ask about the case. We don't never know nothing about the case until we get in that courtroom.
Okay, so you do actually go to court.
You say what now?
So you do actually go to court on those cases that you follow?
Oh yeah. Go to courts with the family and everything when they call us. Yeah, we there 100% all the way.
Wow. It's a
We
good
let them
thing you're
kids,
doing. It
you know,
is.
I mean, kids done called 3 o'clock in the morning. We didn't went over there. You know what I'm saying? They were scared. So we do a lot of stuff like that. We
So,
didn't, you know,
so you're
we didn't
saying,
have the
go
bury
ahead.
kids. We didn't have pay for help bury kids, you know, funerals and stuff like that.
Oh,
We
uh-huh.
didn't have families do all.
Wow.
So that's what we come caskets out. We did this. We do this out get nothing.
That is so good. That is so good. So you're telling me that a child has called you, said they were scared at 3 in the morning?
Yes,
Oh
and we
my
didn't went over there.
God. So I want you to tell everybody what your contact information in your social media.
You say what now?
What is your social media like? Where can people find you and start following you?
Oh, if you want to follow me at the Save Our Youth Foundation on Facebook, you go to www.saveouryouthdok.com. You can look up comedian Lavell. You can look up Lavell Harris. That's what if you tell Lavell Harris, you're gonna see a lot of stuff daily. You know, so and if you're trying to get in, somebody trying to get in, and you get on my page, just inbox me and I because some people I can erase. They ain't doing nothing on there no.
Okay, and then also I'm going to put in the down and below in my information box your information so people can contact you if they need to. Definitely have the
Yeah.
Cash app for Carly. You guys, if you would put hashtag justice for Carly in the comments for us one more time. Lavelle, I don't know what to call you. I call you all of them, but Lavelle, thank you so much for being here. Like I'm just,
On that
yes,
Save Our Youth part, it's save our OK. So put an OK behind the youth.
behind you. Let me take care of that. So it's, thank you for saying that. So save our youth.
Yeah, OK.com.
Okay.com. Okay. How long have you been in business? Has this been in 2 years?
You say what
Did I do it?
now?
How long have you been doing this?
I'd be 5 years in April.
Oh, 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Save our
Next month.
youth. Okay.com. Is this right now? I'm going to put it up there.
Hey, also, two other things I want to talk about is if you guys want to shirt, we love to sell shirts. That's too. If people buy a shirt, it got our logo on it, say "Protect Children, Not the Predator" on shirts. You know, as many as then we can get out, man, and put them on grown kids because all my grandkids wear shirts that says they shirt says "If you touch me, I will tell."
Ooh, I like that.
Then on the back, it got our information on it. You know what I mean? So, and the women should, the grown up says, "Protect your kids, not the predators," with the SOY logo and the web. So we sell those shirts to help us raise money, but that's probably the only fundraisers we do.
So I want to know. So what if you will, when we get off, is I want to have you to text me all that information, how to get the shirt, t-shirts, and everything, and I will post them in this live. So when people come to the live, they will see how to get that.
And also, you know, we do this thing called protecting our children in our community every Thursday on my morning. So listen to that too.
So Lavell also has a morning radio show, and every Thursday morning he does, what is it called?
Protecting our children in our community.
Protecting our children in our community. And so on Thursday morning, if you want to reach him if you want to listen to his radio show, it's tell me what it is again. I got it on my phone.
Okay. And Tulsa is but I will send you all the information because you can find us on iHeart, you can find us on Spotify.
Yeah, send that to me.
Yeah, I'll send you all the apps and everything.
Yeah, because most
phone. Go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. Most of the people that are on are like on the East Coast and away from Oklahoma. So that would be good to know how they can tune in.
Yeah, I send you all that information. We
Okay, and
on
I'll
Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. the Lavelle morning show. So
I liked it. So I listened in, and I was like, oh, I didn't even know. I'm so in the dark. I don't know. But I listened to it and I enjoyed the show. So I will make sure that we get that information out for you as well. But it's a good thing that you're doing. We appreciate you. I'm going to follow you. I'm going to tell all my 8,000 subscribers to follow you. I'll put it out there. I'll put it on my Facebook, every social media platform that I have. And anything that I can do here, if I can get it out, any information out for you, if I can be a spokesperson for you, whatever you need me to do to support these children, let me know.
well, right now, we just met, so it's time for us to team up. We right here.
Yes.
So we got to build an army for these. You know what I mean?
Army.
You got to use your platform. Mine. Larry got to use his. We got, like the lady said, how do we get this stuff? Why? We got to keep talking about it and keep talking about it, and until they understand we are not.
That's right. And it has to be a trickle effect. So the people I know, they got to tell the people they know, got to tell the people they know, and it just got to continue to. And I feel like if we start partnering, your people tell me about what we can do to help on this end. I tell them, I mean, it just has to be a trickle effect, because there's nobody's, like, I'm going to tell you right now, I haven't heard it being spoken about these parts.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Well, in time it's 22.
Heard. Then I haven't heard. And so I'm excited about the partnership.
Right.
Still there, keep doing what you're doing.
Hello? Huh?
There he is. So I don't know what's happening. It's saying the connection is being bad, but you guys, thank you so much for being here. Share this video, like it, and then you guys watch for Lavell's information at the bottom of the video once it posts. So Lavell, send me that information, okay?
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one more thing though that I like to tell people.
Yeah.
Write a letter, because people who molest your kids is in your circle. So write a letter to everybody in your circle and tell them, if you touch my child, I have taught them to tell.
That's good.
If anybody get mad that you trying to protect children, that's the motherfucker you need to be watching.
Absolutely. That is good. That is good. I'm gonna post that too. That's right. If they mad,
if they mad, what
you get mad for?
Nobody should be mad. If you mad about it, then there's a problem.
You're welcome, y'all. Thank you for being here. We keep Lavell, before we leave, is there anything else that you want to share? You're welcome to come back to Phases anytime. What you got?
Okay. Appreciate you.
That it? Okay. Well, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for rescheduling with me. And we're just going to keep the communication open between us, and let's see what we can make happen.
Hey, you know I'm performing down at the comedy show, so you might as well come on and get your laugh on.
Oh, that's you?
Yeah,
on Saturday?
I'm on the show. I'll be down there performing.
Oh, I'm coming. I'm going to see you there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll see you there.
Okay.
And we'll chop it up later on that night. I'll come talk to you.
Okay, you coming Thursday too, right?
Yes, I'll stop by. If I'm back in town, I'll be working out of town. Okay. But I'll let you know one way or the other. But thank you so much for everything. Thank you, Grown Man Show, for doing what you're doing way out on the West Coast. And until next time, you guys take care of each other, respect each other, and I'll see y'all soon. Thank you so much.